Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial. I've been loving all of the specimen slides that I've been seeing on YouTube and on Instagram as well, and I thought it was about time that I gave them a try myself. So I went to Google and I searched for antique specimen slides, and I was really surprised to find out that actual antique specimen slides were really attractive. They're made with kind of beautiful papers and things like that. So I'm going to try and replicate that and do something similar. So that's what this tutorial is all about. So I hope you appreciate this. I was out in the pouring rain this morning looking around the garden looking for specimens that I could include in my slides. I decided that I would use some real flowers because I didn't really have any butterfly fussy cuts and things like that I could use in mine. So I just decided to use the real thing and get flowers instead. Here's the slides that I've been making today. There's some that were a practice round which I handwritten, and then I made some little labels as well to go on the ones that I did in today's video. So let's get to it, shall we? So if you're going to be making your own specimen slides at home and you're using fresh flowers, then I do recommend that you press them and get all of the moisture out of them for a good, I don't know how long it normally takes to press flowers properly, but you know, around a week or so should get more of the moisture out. Otherwise what's going to happen is once it's sandwiched between two pieces of acetate, you're going to end up with your own ecosystem growing in there with mildew and stuff growing inside, so it won't be very attractive to look at. Step one is to cut some plain card, and this is going to be the backing which goes around the end here, you know, this plain colour. I need to turn the sound off my phone. So we're going to start with the plain colour and then move on to the patterned after that. I'm going to try this green. Let's just see how wide that is. 9.5, not quite wide enough. Never mind. The measurement is 3.2 centimetres. And this is what works with my circle punch. And what I mean by that is this edge stops the card from going any further in. So I've worked out that 3.2 centimetres is ideal for this particular punch to be central when I push it in. You'll see what I mean when I do pierce it. So we want two pieces of the backing card, the background card, and that's 10 centimetres by 3.2 centimetres. And what I'll do is I'll do translations into inches because I know a lot of you crafters like to work in inches, but I'll put them down in the description box below the video. So we've got two pieces the same. That's step one. Step two is to cut inner pieces which measure 3 millimeters less. So I'm just going to straighten this edge to start with. And go on the scrap bin. So we want two pieces again, and it's 3 millimeters less than 3.2, so that puts us at 2.9 millimeters wide. 2.9 millimeters wide by 9.7 millimeters long. 9.7 centimeters rather. Did I say that right? No, I didn't, did I? So you want 2.9 centimeters by 9.7 centimeters, and then they will be layered over the top like this. So it gives you that nice border going around the edge. You want two pieces the same again. .9 by 9.7. So that's step two. Now we need to stick them down. I would recommend using wet glue rather than a tape runner, because a tape runner may gunge up your circle punch that you're going to be using. So try and get that nice and even when you layer it on top. Okay, so I'm going to punch my first one, and I want to punch it at the centre point. Now this punch that I'm using has, let's see if I can show you it, you might not be able to see very well. So this line is the centre point, so that I know if I find the centre point in the vertical of this, then I will be able to match it up with that and get it pretty close to the centre. So I don't have my ruler here to hand, so I'll just use this. So 5 centimetres is the halfway point. I'm not worried about getting pen on that side because it's going to be hidden. So I'm matching the line up with the centre line there. And then we want to make sure that that is lined up as accurately as possible with the underpiece. So what I'm going to do is just draw an inner circle, and then find that centre line somewhere around there. Punch that out, and then hopefully they'll line up together. Like so. Because what you don't want to happen is to have it slip to one side so that you can see card here and here. Although it's not the end of the world if it does that. So using a pair of scissors, we want to cut a square of acetate to cover the circle as tightly as possible. One for that side. And I'm just going to shave an extra millimetre off, because what we would ideally like to be able to do is get some glue to seal down the edges. Make sure you place these on the correct side. If you want to use a piece of washi tape or something to hold it in place, then you can do. But what I'm going to do next is just cover. If you have film on your acetate, make sure you peel it off, otherwise it will be all murky looking. So that covers the window that we've made, and then just prepare this one as well. We'll add the glue now. So we're going to glue these two pieces back to back. Just a thin bit of glue down the edge with the acetate, and then plenty on the big spaces. And then it's time to add whatever you're adding to the centre. So I think I'll use this ivy leaf. It's useful if you have some tweezers to place it in. I think that's upside down. you're going to sandwich the other piece of acetate over the top. Whoa, static. Doesn't matter if it's upside down because it's double-sided. No. Beware the static. Maybe you could rub it with a dryer sheet or something. And then lay the other one on top. So there you have your faux specimen slide. So you're going to want to squish that down. Oh, sorry, I was closer than I realised there. Looks cute, doesn't it? So you want to squish that down to make sure that it sticks at each point that it can stick. And in the meantime, I'm going to print some labels. I tried to do these by hand when I was having a play, but I couldn't achieve it. It didn't look good, so I've decided to make some on the computer. I've just realised that wasn't recording there, I was talking away. So I've just printed these little labels that I made on my iPad, and I had this space blank for writing the number, and I've just handwritten that. So it says Newcastle Laboratories. That's the city that's quite close to me, so I just made it up. And then sample, and then you handwrite the sample number. Now this one I'm cutting out just to make a template for the oval shape. Okay, let's just use the reverse. You can't really tell that there's something written on. Or maybe you can, but it doesn't matter in this instance while I'm showing you how to do it. Stick that down the bottom. And then just mark that as ivy leaf. And then we're going to ink the edges just to give it more of a vintage feel, as always. And I just think it's a nice way of incorporating some different things into your journal, so you can have your flower petals and things without them getting damaged. They've got somewhere nice to sit, and then they will just slip inside pockets. So it just makes a little extra that you can stick in pockets or behind belly bands. Layered with some journal cards or something like that. This one's got a feather in, and it was from underneath my bed, along with a lot of dust, which I think seems to have contaminated it a little bit, but there you go. So yeah, you could just pop those in like so. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully it'll give you something to try at home. So enjoy, have fun, and I will see you again next time for another tutorial. Thanks, bye!